pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let convene as a Walworth County Plan and Zoning Board. Great.
Okay, we have a plot request from Dale and Gail Finwald. Got it here in front of you. They're planning out 60 acres on a section, and they didn't really say why, but it looks like they're separating the farmyard from the rest of the section, or part of the section. Gary's okayed it with the highway, taxes are paid, everything else seems to be in order, so I guess I would recommend approving it. If you have any questions?
I guess, according to the map, is there gonna be like a lane going down between the two properties then, or?
In the southern part here?
No, up on top there,
Oh, here?
yeah,
Oh, that's just, that's part of the computer drawing.
but they actually touch,
Yeah, that's,
or there's not gonna be a lane or anything?
no.
to- 'Cause it looks like that top part is sectioned off too,
Up here,
yeah,
that's,
well, in this area right here. This is all sectioned off here, right?
I think that's part of, this is all one. There's a line in there, that's just kind of the computer drawing that separates the, farmyard from the,
Yeah, I was-
because in the beginning, this was 160 acres, and they took out 60. So, I mean, it does look that way, that's just the,
Is that like a grassland deal or something there?
but that's
It's like
that's
separating your
pasture, and then the separation is there's trees.
Pasture, this is farmland,
I was just curious with that line in there, it just makes it look like there's a lane or something going down.
Yeah, with the software we use, you can see it over here too, they'll have, lines in there, sometimes that's how, kind of separate different types of soil or whatever,
Okay.
so it's not a road or anything.
Okay.
Now to take a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, got a motion on the floor and a second. Any other discussion?
Are you
Yes.
taking help with the Holbrook?
Yes. Any other discussion? Hear none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
Mickey, I'll leave the plat on your desk for the signatures.
Thanks, Greg. Any old business? New business?
Hearing none, I move for adjournment.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
Also,
Got a second. Any other discussion? Hear none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. I'd like to convene as the Walworth County Board of Zoning Adjustment. Is there any old business? New business? Hear none, I take a motion.
So moved.
I got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
No second.
Got a second. Any other discussion? Hear none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. I'd like to convene as a Board of County Commissioners. The agenda. Yes.
Does that plat need to be added under commissioners?
To approve it, you mean?
Yeah.
I suppose it would be.
Yeah?
He went back in his office. I'll let Greg again.
Hey, Greg,
Jamie said yes.
we need to add that plat onto the commissioner's agenda to approve it.
No, I'm just.
I think we do.
You do? Okay.
Well, no, you are the same thing, so no, you don't. Or is there a signature for the county commission on there? Since,
I sign it.
okay, then we don't need to.
There's one under the highway department. I talked with Gary, discussion regarding Clark Engineering invoices on the Sitka Road project. Gary said they're coming in, I think, the first meeting of November, so he wants that off of there right now. And then number 18, the WCCC request, they're not gonna make it today, so we'll remove that. Is there anything else? If not, I take a motion to approve.
I so move.
You have a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'm saying.
Got a second. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. Public forum.
It's blank.
Alrighty. Okay, number 14, consider motion to approve county commission minutes of September 24th, 2019. Everybody have a chance to go over that? Yeah, I'll take a motion.
I move to approve.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll second.
Got a second, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay, motion passed. Okay, consider motion to approve claims to be paid as presented. Everybody had a chance to go over the claims?
I so move.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor, I need a second. She's gonna take it off.
Okay.
I'll second.
Got a second, any more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay, motion passed. Landfill, consider motion to approve construction management contract with Wink Engineering.
So, the proposal is not to exceed 19,777 for construction management of landfill projects. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
That's just the management part.
I don't know if we maybe wanna table this so we can discuss it further with Randy first.
I guess I thought maybe they were gonna, maybe he was gonna be here, I guess, no?
I think we should discuss it with it before we approve it. That'd be my recommendation.
We're still gonna try to get that done this year, aren't they?
Yeah. But is it completely necessary for all of that?
It's already been approved, hasn't it? The project
The
itself.
bid, yeah, the construction
So-
bid, but not the construction management. This
So,
is Wink's part of it.
so down to 20,000 just to oversee what's already been approved to
Right.
do.
Right,
Seems a little excessive.
that's why I think we should discuss it with them before approving this.
Do they have a little bit of liability as far as the responsibility if they do accept it?
Yes.
But is it gonna fall onto Wink's responsibility, or is it gonna fall on the contractor's responsibility? We're gonna pay both of them, and then sit in litigation for years.
Said a field technician will be on site for 1 day per week and that construction will take 4 weeks to complete.
So 1 day per week?
$5,000 a day for him to sit out there.
I mean, they obviously do other stuff too, but it seemed like a lot to me.
Yeah.
So
I
you
would-
guys just gonna table it?
I would say table it until he can, come to a meeting.
The contractor wants to have a pre-construction meeting on October 16th.
Are we having a regular meeting on the 15th, or?
No, we scheduled it for the 17th.
Can you contact the contractor and have him do the pre-meeting on the 18th then?
Well, wouldn't we wanna have that
Before the meeting?
beforehand, so Randy will be here and we can question him on this?
Well, that's what I'm saying, if we have our meeting on the 17th, and Randy's here, and then have the meeting with the pre-con meeting, or whatever, your other contractors meeting on the 18th.
Oh, so you want Randy to come to the meeting is what you're saying?
You're right.
Cause he would be coming to that meeting the next day too, so then we're gonna have
2 days.
travel charges.
Or see if he can have the meeting on the 17th after our meeting. So if he's gonna be here anyway.
I will check with him.
Okay, we'll need a motion.
Make a motion to table.
Okay, you got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll second.
I'll get a second, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion passed. I know Gary was gonna be here. I guess we just wanna run down to old business, then we'll, or somebody should call Gary to tell him he could come.
Let me call it.
That's fine.
Hey Gary, you coming to our meeting? We're ready for you. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Be on his way.
He's gonna be leaving down there. I assume he's at the shop.
All right, let's go to old business 19. I guess I got one thing, Jamie, you hearing any more about the casket deal, south of the casket, the culvert down there?
Actually, it's scheduled for trial, and I believe, I'll have to look at the scheduling order, but it's scheduled for trial like January or February.
You know if the trial's gonna be here, or?
Yes, here in Walworth County.
Is that a jury trial then, or just a regular one?
Right now it is.
And
Subject to change.
Any other old business?
I have one, on our minutes, there was the bid for Swan Creek between you and Byrie. How'd that one come out with your meeting of how everything, the additional work that you was gonna do or whatever?
Well, I don't,
You guys finalized that bid?
yeah,
Okay, that's all I was curious of.
yeah. I think it's more or less, I don't think Gary's totally made up his mind if he wants the metal to stay there, or if he wants it to get hauled away. Anyway,
What he said was piled off to the side and county pick it up, and they just got okayed from Corps of Engineers or whoever that it can be removed. They did not make it National Historic Register or some deal, and it can be removed. I just got that, I think it was yesterday.
I don't think Casco wants it any longer.
I don't know what for.
I think your dad wants it in the backyard.
I don't think so. It'd be the same as the jail doors.
You don't want
Hmm?
those? You don't want those? Jail doors?
No, they went to the iron pile.
Anything else? New business.
I have something. When we was doing our deal for jail over in Corson County, did you look for that card?
Nope.
I'd like to check in the possibility, and Jamie, I'd like your input on this, of possibility of using a public defender instead of all these court costs that, these court costs are getting just so out of hand that,
What is your idea of what you're gonna pay a public defender?
we have we was approached by, I forget what her name is, got a card somewhere.
Cheryl Lorenz.
There you go. Combining with Corson County and possibility of using her to combine and try to save some money somewhere, because it's being,
I would say that you're probably, if you're gonna hire somebody full-time to do, I would say that you're probably gonna have to pay them around $125,000 a year, plus additionals. So you'd have to negotiate some type of agreement with Corson County, plus, I don't know if Corson County meets the same day as we do, or court, which would have to change, because we meet every Monday. Plus, you're gonna have conflict attorneys, plus you'll still have abuse and neglect attorneys, because only one attorney can represent one entity, and then generally you have multiple parents and children.
she talked to us about that, but just throwing it out there for option to, any way we could check on what we've paid out so far in court-appointed attorneys,
Want me to do it right now?
if we got time, or if they could,
I thought she gave us all a card.
if they minded, up and pick up the front of the grab it. You're a lot more organized than I am.
Yeah, right.
Why don't, do you think that this is something we should even look into, Jamie, or?
I think it's 6 to 1, half dozen the other. I don't think you're gonna reduce your cost much,
No?
no. To be honest.
Do we have,
Plus, there's no guarantee that you're gonna get someone from here to, I mean, I would assume you wanna do this as that's their full-time job. Right now, we don't have any other attorneys around, so I don't know what you would get. I talked to an attorney from Aberdeen, and they said that if they were gonna bid it, it'd be $125,000 to $150,000.
I mean, when you mean extras, you,
So say if we have 2 defendants
okay,
that are involved in the same crime, there's gonna be 2 attorneys involved, so we're still gonna end up paying extra money anyhow. And on abuse and neglects, generally, there's anywhere from usually always 2 attorneys, one for the children, one for one of the parents, but we have, right now, we have 6 attorneys in one file, cause we have 4 sets of parents involved, and attorney for the child. So you would have to still appoint 5 other attorneys. And if there's a conflict with that attorney that's our public defender, you're still gonna have to appoint someone else anyhow.
Where are we at so far this year?
For court-appointed attorneys, not counting the abuse and neglect attorneys, it's $157,049.66.
157,000?
Yep.
Okay, so if we would go in with Corson County, say we pay half of it, we're at 75,000. That's a saving of 75,000.
You still have to count in everything, all the conflicts, all of the non-court appointed, and you have to get somebody that's gonna wanna bid it for that.
Think it's worth checking into, just to see,
That's your choice, you guys can do whatever you want.
is there gonna be a problem with the judge if we have a public defender?
That's something you would have to ask him. I don't know the answer.
Do we have enough just in Walworth County to keep one court-appointed attorney busy?
No.
We don't.
Well,
Seems
Depends
like
upon
a
what
lot
they
of them
bid it
when I'm
for.
up there.
well, yeah, it depends upon, you know, what do you want that person to do? Is that gonna be their only job? Is it gonna be a part-time job? Is it just a contract job where they can,
If we've already spent 157,000, we're not even,
October,
yeah, we're only into October.
That's just through the end of September.
Yeah. End of September, we still got 3 months to go. We could easily be at 200,000.
well, to me, it looks like the first step a guy's gotta do is, I think the guy needs to talk to Judge Myron first before, I would say. 'Cause pretty much, if I remember right, we gotta have his blessing, don't you, for anything like that, or?
it would be nice because he doesn't necessarily have to appoint whoever we hire.
I think that we should probably contact him, I would think, before we go through a bunch of,
In the meantime, I can check with all the other counties and see who all has public defenders, and how they handle it.
Jackie, would you say this is about average for us, or is this higher or lower?
It
or-
seems higher this year.
It does.
Do we wanna talk to Sherry and see what she would say, or?
I think I can do both.
She actually approached us.
Well, then you guys should visit with her more and have Becky contact a few of the other counties and see what they're doing and for public defenders and then have a little meeting on the next meeting, see if we can get anything together by then. See what her take is. Did she talk to you guys very much, or?
Yeah, Josh was there too. So,
It don't cost you anything to talk to the judge and to her and to other counties, so.
I mean, if we could save 80 to 100,000 a year by doing it this way. Yeah, we know there's gonna be, or she even brought it up about abuse and neglect, that there's gonna be other lawyers involved. We understand that.
But you're gonna have them anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna have them regardless. But if we're already at 157,000, and if you just split that out between 2 counties,
And that's not counting abuse and neglect?
Yeah, 'cause with today, it's 160,000 now, so.
Yeah, I mean, look at just today of all the corner appointed attorneys and
Well, who wants to talk to the judge and? What's the difference?
depends on the snowstorm and depends on the combine, 'cause we're,
I could talk to Judge if you guys wanna talk to her some more. And see what his input is. Becky can talk to them other counties.
you can check into it and bring back some more information next meeting, but
Okay.
just to throw it out there and get it started, I think it's worth checking into.
Alrighty. Any other new business? If not, we'll go to Gary.
I'm trying to close out that Zabel project to anticipate.
I took that off, Gary, the Sitka stuff, like you wanted.
Okay, can we bring it back on?
Let's talk about it.
There's, it's actually old business, kind of, there was a construction change order number 1 that was, submitted. I don't think it was ever signed, unless you got a copy of it, Becky.
I'd have to look back.
And the first construction change order was for $4,096 increase. And that was due to the fact that the sub-base of the structure was soft, and that was the cost of the rock and the under excavation and the fabric.
Yeah, 'cause
So,
we had talked about that during the meeting when we approved it, that could be, so I mean, it was not nothing we didn't think could happen.
The minutes at the time indicated, the pay request was subsequently approved, and that would have been the $93,000. And no action was taken on the change order request according to the minutes. So I would, you should, my recommendation that you should sign that first change order. And it's in here, unless you've got one in file. We're kind of, that's what needs to be signed. And along with that, comes another change order. $3,042 increase. And that's due to, with the telephone line being unrecognized at the time of the first visit, the contractor moved out and was forced to come back in after the telephone line was reburied. It's itemized here. I'll kind of go through it real quick, like, there was some type D drainage fabric that is add-on, or we extended the rocks farther to the west. And since the telephone, the profile of the inflow was inadequate, they dug out the rocks that were there plus the fabric, so it's a $560 increase for the type D drainage fabric. There's a $500 expense for remobilization of the excavator. $390 to excavate the riprap that was in place. $500 to over excavate for the additional riprap that we buried. Placement of the county furnished rock, which the county did provide. This is saying 46 ton, but technically it was 50 cubic yards. And it's been discussed, and I talked with Scott just briefly, it's recommended by the engineering firm and the consultant that we place Excelsior blanket. Under, it would be placed directly over the seating of the inlet side to minimize the erosion activity. Total cost, $3,042 in construction change order number 2. I don't have an original copy, but if you approve the construction change order number 2, I will inform the consultant to give me the original, and after, if you approve it today, I'll just have Scott sign it when he gets here, so.
I'll make a motion to approve the change order 2.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll second.
Got a second, any other discussion?
It looks a lot better out there now.
But Jamie, though, how do we run that underneath old business? We took it, oh, that's fine. I did it.
I would run it under old business. Is this the one that you didn't think you were going to do and now you're going to do it?
Yeah, when we talked yesterday.
I would run it through old business.
Under old business.
I think you're gonna be okay.
Okay.
Because realistically, does the commission even need to approve that change order, or can just the highway superintendent approve that? Or is that part of a bigger bid, Gary?
The title block is saying county commission, I think, isn't it? It doesn't recognize highway superintendent, agreed?
Says Walworth County owner, authorized signature.
And this is for what?
This situation.
Over out of Sitka.
But that, this is a whole, because we've already paid that whole deal off except for what we withheld, right? On the Sitka Road.
No, there's 12,000 in expenses coming for the asphalt. One of those pages has a percentage of completion. We have to pay for this extra work that was done due to the fact that the telephone line, which you can't, it's gotta be by virtue of the
Realistically?
construction change order.
You should probably put it on the agenda and vote next time, to be honest. I hate to tell you that. Since we already took it off. Real,
How much?
you can go ahead and tell them to do, I mean,
What's that?
How much problem is that gonna cause?
They're coming tomorrow to do the seeding and place the Excelsior blanket. Other than that, I don't think it's a problem at all.
We approve it in old business and do it as a formal motion in the next meeting under highway.
I would say, yeah, just address it right now and just state that we intend to approve it at our next meeting since we've already taken it off. Is that gonna be enough to reassure them, Gary? Is that kind of what you're suggesting?
Well, being we've already got a motion and a second on the floor under old business, can we approve it under old business and with the intention of bringing it to the formal meeting?
And correcting it?
And correcting it under the,
I would say yes.
Because I mean, we just wanna get this done.
Can this be settled with a closeout expected first week in November?
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I'm saying, that if they recognize at this stage that the construction change orders are in place, I do need construction change order number 2 to be approved, especially for the Excelsior blanket. Or if we don't approve it, they're gonna place it, and then when closure comes, we could handle it then.
Yeah, we got a motion and a second.
I would say yes. I would say basically, we're how should we word it? Tentatively approving the change order once we can officially get it on the calendar. How does that say? Since we took it off.
Okay. Okay, we got a motion and a second, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Is that good enough for the construction people using Gary?
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
There's, initially it was on the agenda, I wasn't gonna deal with it, but, there's the information I'm getting from the consulting firm that there's $2,556 of invoices that we haven't paid yet. That's for your information. If there's anything you wanna discuss about that, we can do that at closure too.
Okay. Let's do it then.
That 2,500, is that under that same project, that Citrus project?
Yes. Plus, they were out and observed, the asphalt placement on Friday. So I think there's another 14 on top of that, 39, $4,000.
Let's just do that at the November meeting. Okay.
Mike will be here for that meeting anyway, won't he?
If you, I would assume so. I would invite him.
Okay, anything else, Gary?
Nope.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
All right, we want to do old business, new business. I guess I'd take a motion.
I move we adjourn.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
Second.
A second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
So nays, motion passes.